Om Amma. Know the basics of Sanatana Dharma. Today's topic, Devi Tattvam, Saraswati Devi and Lakshmi Devi. Episode 55 by Chandrasekhar Jayanti. You can reach me at email omsanatanadharma999@gmail.com. Dear friends, in the last episode, we have discussed about the Devi Tattvam, the worship of Divine Mother, and the philosophy behind it. And we have also discussed about the Trishaktis, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Durga. In this episode, we will be discussing about the tattvas of Saraswati Devi and Lakshmi Devi. As it is said, Saraswati Devi represents knowledge. She is called as Bharati. Bha in Sanskrit represents light or knowledge. Rati means interest. We are called Bharat because we are the knowledge-loving citizens of this country. Bharati is equated with knowledge. The goddesses who gives us the knowledge is called as Bharati. Bha means knowledge, Rati means interest in the knowledge. She is also the goddess of learning. She is called as Vidyadayini. There is a difference between knowledge and learning. Knowledge is the wisdom you acquire, and learning is the process of acquiring knowledge. So all vidyas, all skills, all learnings are to be bestowed by Goddess Saraswati. She is also called as Vagdevi or Vani. Vani means sound, Vagdevi means speech. She is also called Sarvakala Devi. Musicians invoke her, poets invoke her, dancers and all artists, sculptors, all artists invoke her and pray to her for the skill. Even the warriors, the Yuddha Vidya, they also invoke her. So she is Sarvakala Devi or Sakalakala Devi. And she is also called as Sharada. Sharada means who provides energy in form of any energy. It can be food, it can be nourishment, it can be nourishment to our mind, that is intelligence also. So Sharada means who provides the physical energy through food, who provides the intellectual energy through intelligence. So Bharati means knowledge, learning means Vidyadayini, speech means Vagdevi or Vani, skill or art means Sarvakala Devi, and intelligence or energy is Sharada. Divine Mother Saraswati bestows us all these aspects. Now, let us understand about, she is also called Saraswati Mata. That's why in Rig Veda, it is said, Ambitame, Devitame, Naditame, Saraswati. Ambitame means the best among mothers. Devitame means the best among the Devis or divine beings or goddesses. And the best among Naditame, the best among rivers is Saraswati. Dear friends, Rig Veda discusses about the river Saraswati. The river Saraswati got dried up. That's what the Puranas also say. Now, because of the recent research, that is of archaeological research, we have found that there is a dried river, Saraswati, passing from Himalayas towards the Kutch region. So this is also the Saraswati. So the Saraswati civilization flourished during that. That is also there. So she is a Nadi. She is the Divine Mother. She is Devi, and she is the knowledge goddesses. Now, dear friends, let us understand the meaning of Saraswati. Saraswati means the flowing stream of Chaitanya or consciousness. The consciousness is all pervading. So if it gets intensified and flows, it is called as Saraswati. Sara, Swa, Ti means, Sara means essence, Swa means self, Ti, Saraswati, who possesses it. The essence of self, which is consciousness. So, Saraswati has this meaning also. There is another meaning. Saras means lake, the water that purifies us. There is also another meaning. And there is one more meaning. Sarati rasane eva Saraswati. Sarati means which flows, like a rasam means like a liquid or like a stream. What is that flows? The speech that flows, the consciousness that flows, that energy that flows. This is why Saraswati is called Ambitame, Naditame Saraswati. Dear friends, after knowing about the meaning of Saraswati, let us discover about the Vagdevi, the goddess of speech. Divine Mother is also called as Vagdhaini, the giver of speech. A person's expression is also called as Vaku. Vag Sarvasva Karanam, Vagvi Sarvasva Karanam. The essence of all knowledge is speech. The flow of knowledge is speech. A person expresses his wisdom only through speech. The speech is very important. Speech is the cause for everything. Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, Mantras, Tantras, all based on speech. Even in modern day, whole communications, whole literature, whole wisdom is based on speech. Vagdevi, the goddess of speech. Vagbhushanam Bhushanam. Good speech of a person is considered as the best jewel of decoration a person can possess. That is what it is said in our Subhashitas. Vagbhushanam Bhushanam. Because the speech is considered as the best jewel. The world moves through speech. World exists in speech. That's why Vagdevi is important. Now, let us understand the process of speech. This we have already discussed while discussing the importance of sound in Vedas. Again, we will discuss. There are 4 stages of speech that our Vedas discuss about. One is Paravaku, next is Pashyanti Vaku, third is Madhyama Vaku, and fourth is Vaikari Vaku. Dear friends, Paravaku means the potential form of sound energy, that is silence. From silence, the Vak comes. So then it comes as Pashyanti Vaku, that is the Sankalpa stage, a visualizing stage of a thought or idea or sound energy is called as Pashyanti Vaku. The Madhyama Vaku means Bhavana stage or associating with letters and a language. The Vaikari Vaku means the expression stage or pronunciation, pitch, amplitude, timing, and clarity of speech. Now, dear friends, suppose we have to express about milk. The first thing is the milk. As soon as we talk about that, the Pashyanti level, we want to talk about milk, that Pashyanti level, first that has to come. So we will visualize the milk and we will visualize its quality. Then in Madhyama Vaku, we associate in what language we have to speak, what are the letters that are associated with that particular meaning that we have got in Pashyanti Vaku. Suppose I have to say in Telugu, it is Palu. In English, it is milk. In Hindi, it will be Doodh. So in Kannada, it can be Halu. So dear friends, This is how in the Madhyama Vaku we associate letters and the language. And finally, it is expression. How it is expressed through pronunciation, pitch, amplitude, the timing, and the clarity. So these are the four types of speech that our ancestors have told. For this, the Saraswati Devi's blessings are required. So Vidya Dayini. Now we will understand about the Vidya Dayini. Vidya means learning. There are two kinds of Vidya. One is Apara Vidya, that is secular knowledge. Para Vidya, that is self-knowledge. That is why she is also called as Brahmani. That is why she also gives us the self-knowledge. Whatever may be the knowledge, whatever may be the Vidya, the learning never ends. One has to learn till his last breath, says Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Goddess Saraswati is always depicted with book. You can see the goddess Saraswati always learning, because learning is never ending. We always say this sloka at the instance of a new learning. It is universal in India. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupinim vidyarambham karishyamim siddhir bhavatu me sada. This is what we say even from our childhood. We are taught to learn this sloka. The meaning of this sloka is like this. I bow down to Saraswati, who fulfills all desires. I am commencing my learning. Bless me to assimilate the knowledge from my learning. So, dear friends, every moment of life we have to learn. To learn something, to assimilate the learning, we require the blessings of Saraswati. For that, we are invoking the goddess Saraswati, and she blesses us with the right kind of grasping power to assimilate the knowledge. That's why she is called as Vidyadayini Saraswati. Now, dear friends, the thinking power, the talent, concentration, memory power, assimilation, and grasping, recollection, and many other faculties within her are to be constantly energized, charged, nurtured, cultivated, and developed. Hence, we seek all these energies from Divine Mother Saraswati. We will discuss Sri Lakshmi Tattvam in next episode, dear friends. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.